Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. To all the respected audience. Okay. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Okay, inshallah today I'm going to I think this is my first time or first appearance for this program, okay, in which previously for this session for marketing, particularly my colleague, Prof Hassanul and Dr. Professor Tahidan have basically share on the modules, okay, the first to the fifth module, okay, basically for those who have attended the session, we can recall, okay, that in the first part, module 1 for marketing, okay, we have, or Prof Hassanul have briefed on the overview, okay, between Islamic and also conventional marketing, and then the marketing concepts, the core concept in marketing, and also the philosophy in marketing. And then Dr. Tahir, have briefed on or have shared on Muslim consumer behavior, segmentation, targeting, and I think last week he has explained on product in Islam. Yeah. So today, inshallah, I'm going to continue on the promotion practice, and actually for the next 2 weeks as well, I'm going to continue, okay, with the marketing session in which I'm going to brief on the other 2 pieces, okay, which is pricing and also distribution. All right. Okay, so for today's session, okay, for promotion, okay, this is basically what we hope to understand. I mean, like, at least after the session, it is hoped that we can understand the differences between the promotion in the conventional practices and also in the Islamic, and look at some of the guidance in the Quran and Hadith, and identify what are the don'ts or what are probably the prohibited promotional practices, because when you talk about promotion nowadays, there's a lot of creativity and innovation, in which maybe some are not aligned with the Quran and Sunnah. Okay, so you hopefully can help us to see how the guidelines is from the Islamic point of view. Okay, so as the introduction, okay, we are going to look into what promotion is all about first. So as I mentioned just now, that in marketing, okay, for those who have some background in marketing, basically you may have heard what we call as 4 P's of marketing mix, or sometimes we call it as marketing elements, in which the first P, okay, that what has been explained in the previous session by Dr. Tahir, is about the first P, which is product. So we have actually the other 3 P's, in which one of the P that we are going to look into today is promotion. So when we talk about the promotion, all right, normally if I ask my student about what they understand or what they know about marketing, a lot of people basically equate marketing with promotion. Marketing is about promotion, marketing is about advertisement. But actually when we look into let's say the 4 P's here, okay, promotion is only one of the element in marketing activities, and actually marketing activities have even started before the product. For example, like when we do the marketing intelligence, okay, when we do the market research, when we try to identify the market segment, it's already a marketing activities. But why promotion is the one that is very near to people, because this is what, as the consumer, as the end consumer, we can see. We can see the advertisement, okay, we can see the discount, for example, okay, the free gift, we can read the brochures. So this is something that can be seen by the consumer. That's why there is a general misunderstanding that marketing is all about promotion. But without the product, for example, of course there is nothing that we can promote in the first place. So that's why we start with the product first. Okay, so what is promotion? Basically, what is the role of promotion is basically to communicate. So communication, okay, if I can show you the model here, right, it will involve sender and also receiver. In this case, the sender, if we talk about the business setting, okay, the sender can be the company, and the receiver is the target audience or the target market. And basically what we want to communicate is the message, okay? And the message can be in terms of many form, okay? Because if we learn about communication, also we can have what we call as verbal communication. We can have a non-verbal communication, yeah. So it can be in terms, for example, like communicate ideas, yeah, communicate even emotion, yeah, communicate information, yeah, and many forms. Yeah? It can be in terms of wording or text. It can be in terms of nowadays video, right? In terms of pictures, in terms of music, yeah, nowadays gestures. Yeah? So this is basically the message in which. This is where when we talk about promotion, we must have of course element of active creativity, yeah? Because in the process of communication, there can be many noises. Noises here is not necessarily the noise, the sound, yeah, but it can be, for example, like when you look at the social media, yeah, because now I think social media is one of the very emerging, not really emerging, but have been used widespreadly, compared to television. Also is reducing. Yeah? There's a lot of information or advertisement, for example, okay, that we can see, and the noises can be promotion from other competitors, for example. Okay, so what make us stand out so that the messages now can be or can reach the audience that we intend to send the message to. Yeah, and of course later we will touch a little bit on the medium. Yeah, medium is what are the platform that we use, yeah, to communicate the message. Okay, for example, like previously we have the television, we have radio, right? We have brochures, yeah. But now, of course, a lot of businesses have capitalized on the digital platform. Yeah, for example, like the social media, like TikTok, YouTube, and so on. Yeah. So whatever we see, yeah, the thing that we see, okay, the word, the information that we get is where the sender or the company just now try to encode, and we as the receiver will try to understand. Yeah, what is the message, and then from there, the response and the feedback. Yeah, should be sent to the sender. Okay, so in terms of business, of course, the response that you want is in terms of the sales. Yeah, so that's why in communication also we have this what we call as IDA model, one of the very popular model in promotion, in which when we do the promotion, when we communicate to the audience or the target market, what we try to to do is basically first it's to make people aware, okay, to make the customer aware, okay, and create the interest, desire. Then only they will take the action, yeah, in which they will be converted into buyer, right? And this is where the company will generate the sales. Yeah, so that's why when we talk about the importance of promotion, in marketing, okay, it is to communicate, and that communication just now is to create awareness, okay, like what you see in the IDA model just now. Awareness is basically the first step, basically, because if you have the product or services but people are not aware, okay, in the first place they won't actually be able to choose your product, okay, because people don't know about your existence. Yeah, so awareness basically is the first step, but of course awareness does not necessarily lead to action. Yeah, because a lot of times, okay, we know about the product but we do not buy it. Okay, one probably because we don't we are not the target market. Yeah, and another one maybe we don't see that product is relevant or we really need the product in the first place. Yeah, so that's why the promotion need also to persuade the target market to purchase. Yeah, in which to persuade, especially when the product have lots of competitors in the market, so that you have to basically tell, okay, or inform, or persuade in the sense that how your product is different, yeah, from the rest of the product in the market. What are the main reason why you should buy from us, for example. Yeah, so this is basically a little bit intense, yeah, than just to create awareness. Yeah, and also you can see that a lot of brand, okay, which are already established in the market, a well-known brand, yeah, a big brand, a global brand. Yeah, you can see that like okay, a lot of big brand are boycott brand, right? Okay, but it's okay. Just to mention, right, like Coca-Cola, for example, you can still see, the promotion, yeah, even though they have been well known, yeah, because communication also or promotion also is to remind people, okay, that we are still here, we are still exist, and so on. Yeah, and from this promotion also basically, we try to build the trust, because without the trust, basically, the transaction will not happen. Because if we look into today's environment, for example, sometimes we tend to not we tend, we purchase product from seller that we even don't know, because previously means maybe like 10 years back, before we have this digital platform, we have a face-to-face communication, right? We we probably watch the advertisement in the television, but when we want to purchase, we have to go to the shop, right? And meet the seller, see the product, and so on, physically. But now we can just buy online, in which sometimes, or most of the time, actually, we don't even know the seller. But because we trust, from the communication that they make, we read the review, we evaluate the information that they give. So because of the trust, then we purchase, from the seller. So this promotion, will somehow, influence our perceptions. Perception is very subjective, actually. For example, something that can be interesting to me may not be interesting to you, because this is a subjective evaluation. Will ultimately will what do you call it, influence our buying decisions. Because if you can recall, the consumer behavior last time, the buying decisions, when a consumer want to purchase, before you came to the stage of buying, actually the first thing is, of course, we have the need lah. When we have the needs, we will find information. So this is where the promotion play the role. We will start Google, right? We want to purchase, let's say, a new laptop. So we start to do some information seeking. We go from this website to that website. We read some reviews, from other consumers. And from there we will make evaluations. And of course we have few alternative. Brand A, brand B, brand C, D, and so on. And each of the alternative we will evaluate, and finally we will come to that buying decision. So this is basically why promotion is very important. As I mentioned just now, if you don't get enough information, you don't get information that actually the consumer needs, and then you may not be able to influence their buying decision, and ended up the consumer may buy from the competitors. And also promotion, especially nowadays, you can see that it also what do you call it, influence the social trend. You can see lots of trends, especially among the young people, in which it also somehow affect the lifestyle. You can see, for example, like ASMR or something like that, where the advertisement is like just showing the pictures without any wording, and this become the trends that being followed by other marketers as well. So in Islam, basically, when we talk about promotion, of course, there is no wrong about the promotion itself, about the communication. But of course, we have the guidelines in which the promotion should be the truth one, and we have the ethics to follow. And of course, whatever we communicate, we know that we have the responsibility and we are accountable. With whatever message that we what do you call it, put in our promotion, right? Okay, so next we look a little bit on what are the promotional tools. If we learn about promotion, this is what we call as promotional mix. So we have these 5 basic tools, in which if we want to do promotion, the tools need to be what do you call it, used together. This is what we call as IMC, or integrated marketing communication. We have to use together all the tools. And the tools now can be offline and online, and integrated in the sense that it must be coherent with the image of the company, with the vision and mission of the company, and so on. All right, just to briefly explain what the tools is. The one which is very common to us, very well known. As I mentioned just now, when we say marketing, normally people will think about advertisement. So advertising is actually one of the promotion tools. Yeah, in which advertising is the one that you can see on the television. Yeah, you can listen in the radio. Last time we advertised in the magazine. Yeah, what else? Okay, the brochures, right? Whatever platform, okay, that actually when we talk about advertisement, you know who is the sender just now, okay. You know what company actually advertise, yeah, the product or the services, and normally advertising is paid. Yeah, and even if you look into the digital platform now, okay, you may have heard about, for example, people talk about YouTube ads, yeah, FB ads, IGS, yeah. So all those basically refer to advertisement, where if you want to advertise, basically you have to pay for the slot. Yeah. For example, like if you want to advertise in the television, all right. Television nowadays also have a lot of channel, right? I think at least in Malaysia, um, I don't know how many channel in total basically. If compared to previous, maybe the channels are limited. So not only you have to choose what channel are most appropriate for your target audience, but also you must know what are the timing. Yeah? For example, let's say that you choose the prime time. Yeah? When is the prime time? In general, maybe during people, if we talk about radio, for example, okay, during people go back from the offices, you are stuck in the jam, yeah. So maybe after 5 to 7 can be the prime time. So normally that slot will, I mean, the payment that you have to pay for that slot for advertisement can be more expensive, okay, than the other slot which may not have many audience. Yeah, okay. We have also outdoor medium, yeah, like banner or maybe billboards. Yeah. So these are the thing in which we classify it as advertisement. Yeah. So advertisement is very effective to create promotion. Yeah. But advertising normally is a one-way type of communication in which you show but you cannot interact. Yeah. So it's good for you to inform. Yeah. Because if you look into the IDA model just now, you can see that in terms of awareness, okay, it is a a pyramid which is in the opposite, right? You can see the awareness, you can make a lot of people aware, okay, but at the end of the day, when it goes to the action, when it goes to buying, then the people will be lesser and lesser, right? So here when we talk about advertising just now, is very good in creating awareness and make people aware. Yeah, but it's not really effective in making people immediately take action. Okay, for example, like we saw the advertisement, okay, we know, but we don't basically immediately want to purchase the product. Okay? We will just notice about the product. Okay. And the second tools is what we classify as sales promotion. Yeah, sales promotion is a short-term incentive basically, in which this is where you want to increase the effectiveness of advertising. Yeah. What are the example of sales promotion? Is like buy one free one. Can, yeah? For example, you see the advertisement, you said, okay, buy one free one. You have to buy before 31st December. So they will give you some timeline so that you will take the action now, okay, rather than later. Yeah. So we have lots of sales promotion activities in which many sellers actually make use of this. For example, apart from buy one free one or freemium like free gift, yeah, in services maybe they give you the early birds discounts, yeah, and then contests, okay, maybe some of you like to join contests, yeah, you have to purchase, but then you want to have the opportunity to get the prizes, for example. Yeah. So a lot of other tools actually for sales promotion that actually, as I mentioned, want to increase, yeah, and want to attract the buyers into buying now rather than later. Yeah. And actually the sales promotion is not only for the end consumer but also for B2B, yeah, business to business. For example, like you are the manufacturer, you want the retailer, okay, to carry the product for you, then you can also give some kind of discount, okay, lot of type of discount actually that I don't think I'm going to explain it here, but to say that sales promotion also is applicable not only for the end consumer like us but also for business customers. And the third tool, okay, is what we'll call as public relation. Okay, so public relations basically is a bit different. Okay, the role of public relations is basically to build image. It's more on the image building. It's more on what do you call it? Have a good relationship, want to build relationship with stakeholders, and the stakeholders not necessarily the consumers, the customers, no, but it can be even the government, for example, okay, the NGOs, the suppliers, so various parties, that have or can have effect to the businesses. So public relation can be a powerful tool, okay, in promotion, because public relation, one of the important thing is to give publicity, and the publicity actually can come from the third party as compared to advertising or sales promotion. What do I mean by third party is that, for example, under public relation, it's like you do the CSR activities, you give scholarship or you give sponsorship, right? So someone pick up, I mean, like, for example, let's say the event are being featured, in the newspaper, in the news, so the journalists are the one who write about the event. Okay, so this is what we meant by the third party publicity, which can be a powerful tool, okay, for promotion, because the behavior of the consumer is that when the communication come from the company, sometimes we have a bit like, because of course you say good things about your company, right? Okay, but when it comes from the third party, it become more trusted. So under the public relation, as I mentioned just now, including like sponsorship, all those things. So this is more on the image building. And then we have also personal selling. Okay, personal selling is very effective, in terms of getting the action just now. Previously, personal selling is basically a face-to-face communication. And it is very effective in terms of getting action. From if compared from advertising, because face-to-face communication is still the most powerful form of communication, because you can interact. It's a two-way form of communication. You can inform, you can persuade at the same time. You can try to close the sale, for example. Okay, you can actually try to customize the communication. So that's why you can see now, okay, with the digital marketing, the third tools, because it's too big now. So we have adding actually because if you read the previous, in the last maybe 10 years, digital marketing is not in the picture. It's just 4, but now we have 5 digital marketing because it's so powerful now. So if you look into personal selling, if we use the digital platform like TikTok, Shopee Live kan, TikTok Live, all those basically have the element of personal selling, because you can communicate, you can interact with the seller. Okay, the seller can customize your questions and so on. But previously, of course, personal selling is where you have to meet the customer face to face, and of course it's a bit costly because you have to travel. Okay, and at one point you can meet only 1 or 2 customers or a group of customers. Okay, but with the digital platform nowadays, one live, okay, maybe thousands customers can attend. Especially when we talk about celebrity, sometimes at one session too, it can be like thousands or millions of people. So personal selling is something that famous, for example, for product in which it is a bit complicated. For example, like insurance product. Okay, normally we use agent, because we have to explain more about the product. Okay, maybe it is quite limited if you use advertising. And if you go to the what do you call it, to the shop, you meet the salespeople, that is also considered as personal selling. Because personal selling is not only that salesperson go to you, but also if you go to the shop, you talk to the salespeople, it is also considered as personal selling. You talk to the counter people, the employee at the counter, that is also personal selling. And then the third or the last one is the digital marketing, in which, of course, digital marketing is the trend now, because it is cheaper, relatively, than advertising. That's why you can see the small businesses can, capitalize on digital marketing for the businesses, because previously if you want to advertise in the television, in the radio, it is very expensive. But now if you use the social media, for example, okay, you have the Facebook, you have the IG, okay, you can promote using all those digital platform. So these are basically the promotional tools that is being used, okay, by the marketer. Okay, so we look into the next one, okay, which is we look at the tools, okay, and we look into how conventional practices are different from the Islamic after this. Okay, so you can see that in conventional promotion practices, of course, normally in conventional we always emphasize on profits. Focus maybe on profit. I'm not saying that in Islam we cannot make profit. We can, because profit is important for sustainability or survivability of the businesses, for the expansion of the business and so on. Okay, but of course we have to do it in line or within the boundaries of the Sharia. And then you try to persuade people so that again, as long as people buy. Maybe you have heard this, people say, oh, bad marketing is also marketing, right? So even though the marketing is bad, what bad here is you can do anything for the promotion, even though it's not good, it have probably this thing, these prohibited things, as long as people buy. So this is something which is not allowed in Islam. Even though people say it is still a marketing means here you can still attract people to know and what and so on. But in Islam we have certain guidelines, of course. So what are the common issues that potentially arise for conventional practices? If you focus only on persuasion and profit, and then you can exaggerate things. For example, you claim okay, your brand is the best in the world, okay, but is the claim is true or not? So you exaggerate what you actually can deliver. Or maybe you may have for example, like the elements of manipulation. You create artificial needs, okay, you create a false need, because maybe the product is not important or have no value. For example, like we are the newest model of telephone, because we know that in technology the model is very fast changing. So maybe our phone, let's say mobile phone, is still okay to be used, but because of that persuasion, okay, you feel that I have to change this phone, for example. But of course it also takes on the side of consumer, okay, as I think Dr. Mariam have talked about israf just now, right? In which we as the individual also have to know what actually is our need to avoid us from go into this israf, right? Or overspending. Okay, and then issues like emphasizing on the materialism, for example, like promoting luxury lifestyle. Okay, that's why you can see that now we have lots of influencers, especially for the young generation. You look at the lifestyle of these influencers, traveling all around the world, or maybe using branded products, a very lavish home, for example. So this is basically where sometimes it create as I mentioned just now, artificial need. You create something that actually, as a human, we have to understand that we are his servant. Okay, we have other important things in our life. But emphasizing on the materialism can lead to something which maybe lead later to the extravagance, something that actually we don't need in this life. And then in indecency, you can see that lots of promotion, they don't care lah if they use the sex appeal. If you can see advertisement on the perfume, let's say, you can see that how the model looks, or act. So this is something, of course, is again the Islamic guideline, or unethical imagery. You use a fear appeal, for example. So this is something which commonly practices actually Yeah, if the what do you call it, regulation allow, then as long as it makes profit, you can do it. Yeah. But in Islam, basically, we have the guidelines, right? And of course, promotion can be used, yeah, for uh, to promote your product or services. Okay, but of course, what we have learned in the previous session, the product must be halal lah in the first place. Yeah. If the product is haram, of course, there is no such thing of promoting that haram product. Yeah, so you can use it as a tool, okay, for your trade, for your businesses, and actually promotion also can be a tools of dakwah actually. Yeah, because when you show, for example, like, let's say that when you talk about personal selling, you show a good example, a good customer services, yeah, and people say, oh, this company is very good, yeah, and this is a Muslim company, for example, okay, people attracted, yeah, then it can be a form of showing, okay, the good of Islam to especially the non-Muslim. Yeah. I still remember, for example, during the Qatar, the World Cup in 2022, right? 2022 ke? Yeah, the World Cup, yeah, that is being hosted by Qatar, yeah, in which they promote. It is a World Cup, yeah, it is a football event, okay, but then how they start the event with Quranic recitation, for example, okay, instead of singing all those things, yeah, and then they prepare a place for solah, yeah, in which the non-Muslim can see, oh, what they are doing and see on how we pray, yeah. So these are all actually can be creatively, yeah, designed, yeah, so that it can be a method of dakwah as well. Yeah, so promotion is acceptable, okay, but of course it must be truthful, yeah, beneficial, yeah, and halal means it's free from harm, yeah, and also again as I mentioned just now, it is about halal product, yeah, you cannot promote, yeah, haram product or services. Okay, so in a way, Islam does not reject promotion, but it sets the boundaries, yeah, it sets guidelines, okay, as long as it is guided by the Sharia. Yeah, and when we talk about promotion, it's not only for the business purposes. Yeah, not only for commercial organization, but marketing as a whole, even, yeah, can be practiced, yeah, by a non-business organization. Yeah, for example, let's say that you are now in this triple IT program certification. How do you know about this program? Is through promotion, right? Okay, because without this promotion, of course, you don't know, okay, that this event actually exists, right? Okay, and we can see that the NGOs, for example, okay, the mosques, yeah, the nation or the country, yeah, also actually use promotion. Yeah, for example, like our country Malaysia promote, visit Malaysia year, for example. Yeah, so it is actually important, and Islam don't have any problem with that. Okay, it's just that it must be within the guidance of the Sharia. Yeah. So with that, let us see what are some of the Islamic, the Quranic verses, okay, that can be our guidance. Yeah, for example, like in Surah Baqarah, okay, speak to people with good words. Yeah, and if you look into, I think 3 is Surah Al Imran. Okay, and let there be from you a nation inviting to good and joining what is right and forbidding what is wrong. Okay, so this is basically the ayah on Amar Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar, right? Okay, in which, as I said, promotion can be form of dakwah in which we can invite people, okay, to do goods. Okay, and just imagine if we are able, okay, to invite people to do good, and the reward also, inshallah, okay, we will obtain. Yeah. Measure, okay, the way injustice, yeah, do not commit abuse on the earth, do not spread corruption, okay, give full measure what you measure. And you can see that some of these guidance in the Quran is also being used later when I talk about the pricing, for example. Yeah, for example, in terms of a full measure, when you measure weight with an even balance. So meaning that what we understood from the ayah is that we have to be honest. It should be truthful. Yeah, the communication or the information that you give should be correct. Yeah, should be um, because when we talk about promotion or communication, basically that is our promise, okay? Promise to deliver something. Yeah, so that's why if you show the picture is like that, then the good that you receive should be like the one that you show in the picture, for example. Yeah, so it must be something which is what you have communicate, yeah, to the audience. Okay, because sometimes you see the pictures of the food, let's say, look very delicious, but when it arrives to you, it is not something which is even close to the picture that you see, right? So this or even let's say that you go for a hotel, okay, you show the pictures, right? The pictures is very good, the bed looks very nice, whatever, okay. But then when you arrive to the place, it's not like what is being communicated, yeah, through the advertisement. Yeah, so these are the thing in which we can get from the ayah, in which it should be there shouldn't be any elements of what do you call it, deception. Yeah, right. So here is some of the guidance, meaning that I may not put the hadith as it is. Yeah, but there's one hadith here: whoever cheat us is not one of us. Okay, meaning that again we emphasize on honesty. Yeah, talking the truthful, right? And the emphasis is always on the honesty, on the transparency. Yeah. For example, let's say that if the product have a defect, you have to tell. Okay, you have to inform. Yeah, you should not conceal the flaw, right? And we have the last box there, permission before personal promotion. Yeah. So this is actually, there is a book on what we call as permission marketing. Yeah. But of course, the one who write is not a Muslim. Okay. But actually, the practice is something that actually the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam have actually shown us. Yeah. For example, there's a lot of hadith actually talking about getting permission or asking for permission, but it's not really in the context of businesses. It's more on the context of entering an event. Yeah, for example, there is I don't have it here, but if you Google, you can find, yeah, asking permission. For example, at one event, Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu anhu want to enter into that, where Rasulullah is sitting, yeah, with the companions, and he asked permission whether he can enter or not. Yeah, and he said Omar is here. He identified himself and he asked for permission to enter. Yeah. So what is the insight or the one that we can extract from these practices is that sometimes, okay, in promotion, okay, we tend to cold calling, for example. Okay, you get the numbers and you just call, okay, and try to sell, okay, without what do you call it? Sometimes this is also a privacy issue when you don't know where they get your numbers, right? Okay, and also you blast, the emails, okay, all those things. Yeah, so that is basically where people sometimes have a bad perception, yeah, on marketing. Yeah, marketing is about exploitation. Marketing is about manipulation. Yeah, because you don't actually follow the ethics. Yeah, so if you look into permission marketing, yeah, we have actually, there is a book on that. Yeah. Let's say that you go to some like blogs, yeah, they will ask at the end of the writing too, they will ask, okay, do you want to follow us? Okay, please subscribe. Okay, and you can subscribe and unsubscribe anytime. So that one is actually permission marketing, and this is actually the Prophet guidance, in which before you do the personal promotion, actually you have to ask for permission. Okay, personal promotion meaning that when you go to that particular person, you call that person. Okay, for advertising it's okay because it is a public, advertisement. Yeah, but then when involve like calling your number, okay, or email, your personal email, okay, so you have to get actually permission. Okay, ethically you have to get the permission, right? Okay, so this is basically the adab as well. Okay, so what is the key principle? And some of these key principles actually I have mentioned. Yeah, for example, like the truthfulness. Yeah, siddiq. Yeah, we cannot exaggerate, okay, or give the false claim. Yeah, so that's why we have to really know, okay, what we can deliver. For example, if you promise, okay, we can finish these services, for example, within 24 hours. Yeah, so that you have to make sure that it is within the 24 hours that you have promised. Yeah, or else it might be regarded as a fast claim, yeah, or you exaggerate just to attract people, okay, to patronize your services, but actually you cannot deliver it, yeah. And then it shouldn't have no gharar, yeah. It should be transparent, yeah. You must give a clear information, yeah, on the product, okay, on the price, yeah, on the terms, so that people can make correct decisions, yeah. There is no hidden fee, for example, yeah. You put, the price, like how much, yeah. But then actually is only for certain product, yeah. So you have to be transparent, yeah, no gharar, yeah. And later when we learn about pricing, even, yeah, there is one uh, this is of even related to pricing, but also related to promotion. Yeah, the trend I see, they call it as a mystery box, right? So that one is basically you don't have clear information on the product, because you don't know what you are going to receive. It's just like to create excitement, okay, but the for the promotion you want to create excitement, okay, but the product that you may receive is a mystery. That's why they call it as a mystery box. So maybe the product is not worth the price that you pay, yeah. So it will lead to the violate the principle of just adil, yeah. So you mislead, okay. This is where can potentially lead to exploitation of the consumer and so on. Okay, and then the principle of respect and modesty, haya. Yeah, we know that haya is part of our iman, right? So the challenge is now, okay, you can see a lot of content, yeah, in which just to create the hypes, okay, create the attract the consumers, yeah, where sometimes you do something which disrespectful, yeah, to the customers, maybe through the words that you are using, okay, maybe through the what do you call it, content, okay, that you are creating, as I mentioned just now. As long as it is marketable, okay, the bad marketing also is marketing, yeah, which is actually very wrong, yeah. And then the content, yeah, apart from the modesty just now, okay, of course, the image, yeah, should be no haram image. I know that in the Middle East, even actually you can portray the woman, right, in your advertisement. Okay, I noticed that for the Starbucks logo, okay, you change the logo, yeah, so that it does not show even though it is just icon, not really the real person, yeah. So that is by regulation of the country, yeah? But in so far, in Malaysia, you still can portray, woman in the advertisement and so on, yeah. And then the messages, yeah, something that you have to use a good words, yeah. Sometimes the music, whatever lah content that you put in can be not modest, or not really consistent, yeah, with the Sharia, yeah. And again, Islam always talk about the maslahah, yeah, the social responsibility. We have to think about the impact to the society, yeah. So that's why in the second, I think, module, okay, Professor should have explained about the marketing philosophy, in which there are five, main marketing philosophy. If I can repeat again, one is the product orientation, okay, where basically product is, we focus only on the quality, yeah. And then we believe that if the product is of quality, people will buy, yeah. But then we shift into production philosophy, yeah, in which we talk about mass production, and this is where we can reduce the price. Okay, so as long as the product is cheap, then people will buy, yeah. But then happen that it's not necessary that people will buy if the product is cheap. They go for selling philosophy. Selling philosophy is basically you have the understanding that if the product you aggressively promote, people will buy. So that's why you have a very aggressive promotion. uh, uh, but apparently still, okay, it is not always true, because even though you promote a lot, okay, not necessarily people will buy if the product is not needed, right? So this is where they go into the marketing philosophy, in which they try to identify the need, yeah. If you need the product, then you will buy. Okay, but again, it's not adequate. Then the last one, okay, there's a lot actually more, but this is the main one. Okay, we call it a societal marketing philosophy, in which um apart from fulfilling the needs of the customer, we have to look at the social impact. What will be the impact to the society? Yeah. Uh, but actually, if we look into what Islam have teaches us, it is there already 1,400 years ago. Yeah, meaning that it is not changed. It has not changed. Yeah, we know from the beginning that the public responsibility, the society should be things that we have to consider. We have to look in things into the picture as a whole. Yeah, kulli, meaning that we cannot look into okay, what is profit to us only. Yeah, we have to look what will be the implications to the society. Okay, will it bring benefits or will it bring more harms? Yeah, then only they come with SDG, all this thing, right? 17 SDGs, and we are all very wonderful. Okay, but actually, whatever is in the SDG is there. Yeah, for example, like the poor, protection of the poor is in Islam already, and that's why we have the institution of zakat. We have the concept of sadaqah. Yeah, so actually we have it in our religion. It's just that uh, I don't know, maybe sometimes we feel that the West is more advanced, okay? But actually in Islam, basically it is there already in Quran, and Rasulullah have already taught us, yeah, about all these things. Yeah, inshallah. All right. Okay, so what are the
Okay.
prohibited things?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Already.
We
Oh,
have passed
time
the
already.
time, Doctor.
Okay, sorry.
Has
Okay, so
passed
I
the
think the
time
rest
about
actually have been mentioned. Have been mentioned about the prohibited practices. Okay. Okay. I think I have mentioned about all these haram or prohibited elements. Okay, so this one is basically I have also mentioned. Yeah. Okay, for example, I just want probably to highlight on the social media nowadays about the clickbait, the fake influencers. Yeah, but of course it goes back to the truthfulness just now. And this is things that we can practices, for example, like content should be educational, should bring values. Yeah, I just want to inform, yeah, that yesterday, okay, we give award to a Malaysian influencer, very famous Malaysian influencer named Khairul Amin. Yeah, so he was given the award for Ma'al Hijrah Award, okay, for setting a good example for entrepreneurs in Malaysia. But just to tell that his video are all education and bring value to the society. So meaning that you can still succeed without using controversial promotion, right? And even he was recognized by the government so that he was given that award. Yeah, right. So this is the thing that we have to observe lah. Yeah, for promotion we can use as long as we have no prohibited elements just now. Okay. So this one is the challenges nowadays. But of course, the challenge is to stay competitive while being ethical. Okay, but that's why we have to make ourselves being guided, yeah, always by the Quran and Sunnah. Whatever being done by the majority is not necessarily something that we should follow, because if it is against the Sharia, it's against the Sharia. That's it. Yeah. All right. So as the conclusion, promotion is allowed, encouraged, as long it is ethical and follow the Quran and Sunnah. Okay, and of course we want the barakah, not only the profit or loyalty, but we want the barakah in our business. And promotion can also become the ibadah if it is done ethically, and also it can be an effective tool for dakwah, inshallah. All right, so I think that's all. Sorry for taking Prof. Suhaimi time.
Yeah,
I
thank you
will
very
pass it
much,